Hey guys, my name is Rico Gonzalez and my topic is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. Did you know that 67,000 football players suffer concussions every year? According to the Wilson's Quarterly, the official tallies were really high, but they believe that there was many more concussions that were unreported. CTE is a progressive degenerative brain disease that develops with reoccurring head trauma. The trauma triggers a part of the brain to develop a abnormal protein buildup, which is called tau, that leads a person to experience muscle control issues, confusion, loss of memory, and dementia. Implementing rules, retraining coaches, and informing the public reduces the rate of CTE among contact sports. Being a sports management major and a kinesiology minor, I have done many research papers over this topic, including reading scholarly journals, witnessing interviews, and spectating organizations that fail to render aid when needed. With rules, coaching, and public awareness, these are the stepping stones that can create a solution to this epidemic. One league I'm going to use for an example is the National Football League, or the NFL. In the Journal of Psychiatry and Law, they stated that over 3,000 ex-NFL players filed a civil lawsuit against this organization because they declared that there was negligence because they didn't have a standard of care when most of these players are experiencing CTE symptoms, leading to the American Bar Association releasing that in 1980s, the NFL did in fact do studies with head injuries, but didn't release their findings into the late 2000s. With this 20-year gap, there was a perspective of skepticism between the league and players, showing that the league didn't try to inform or warn the players of this long-term effect, where over time and litigations, they had to implement a new rule, where in 2013, they made helmet-to-helmet contact illegal. With this new rule enforced within the first year, the concussion rate dropped 13% when it went to 261 concussions to 228. Even though it wasn't a drastic change, it showed that there was a small prevention from short-term injuries and also a prevention from a long-term disease. Another controversial rule is implementing age limit in youth, or making 12 years and younger not participate in contact sports. Reason being is that Virginia Tech researchers found that kids as young as age 7 have been hitting each other and being comparing the hits to car crashes being dangerous, since that their bodies aren't developing within their bodies and their brains aren't developing fully. This creates concerns to where the coaches are coming in. Coaches nowadays aren't held to a standard. In the Aspen Institute of Project Play, they did a research of youth coaches. They found that most coaches are mostly volunteers, and as well, 60% of them only knew CPR or general first aid. With the retraining of coaches, they can create an emphasis in prevention, which creates a safer environment for our children and organization. Since coaches don't know as much, the parents don't know as either, so this can conclude that the public is not aware as well. It is hard to increase public awareness to be compared to breast cancer, especially when this disease is hard to find, when you can only find the existence with a dead body. They actually find the tissue and they test it. If they find the existence of the protein is tau, then they declare that it is CTE. But the Journal of Sports Medicine released that CTE can be developed as easily as falling off a bike or a swimming pool, or swimming in the swimming pool, showing that we can do a public message to increase awareness, where sports has become a major part of society. With rules, rules coaching, and public awareness. These can be implemented to reduce the rate of CTE. People need to know that, people and parents, parents, coaches, and spectators who watch any form of contact sports should know that every person on the field is an imminent danger. Thank you.
It's nice.
Noise.